because as my parents are basically business, they can't really understand the startup culture. They think, well, don't join the family business, why are you wasting your life? So they don't understand what exactly startup culture is, what exactly the tech culture is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think the way, and I'm sure you would be able to relate to it, that when you had the successful company and when you exited, so they would have actually seen in your eyes how happy you are, how energized
Exactly.
you are, how respectable people are to you, what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, how can you explain that to your father? I'm going to drill down into it. He is a type of audience. You have to tailor the message to your audience. You have different types of audience. You have to really tailor your message to what your audience cares about. Not every conversation is about money. Not every conversation is about how great your product is. Not every conversation is, I'm going to change the world. There's a lot of founders I come across and talk to. They just want to change the world. Why do you want to change the world? You want to serve the world. But think about it. Yeah, people don't want to buy features. That's number one. Think about tomorrow. You come up with a device, let's say anti gravity. As a belt, you put it around your waist and it's anti gravity. Or you can come up with a fuel. You fill up in the tank of your car, it's water, and then it becomes fuel and you're able to drive cars. Or pure water. Are the existing companies going to let you do that? Think about the investments Boeing and Airbus has in the aviation vehicles, the amount of aviation, the economy of Middle East running. Some guy, some backroom comes up with something. Yes, it's a great product, anti-gravity. Yes, it's a great thing. But you have to really think about how you're going to implement it. Try and create a product or service that benefits people. Use that as a pointy end of the arrow and then so you have to tailor the message to audience. Now think about it. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I have sought money to be invested in and I have invested money in the company, so I think I can safely bring that both side perspective together. So as an investor, what would I like to see? I would like to see the sound of money. My money is multiplying at a rapid rate. You are a founder, you're acquiring customers. So every time I talk to you, like one of my startup founders, every time I see him, oh, Samir, we got this customer. So what ticks me is number of customers he's signing up. He's growing the market. That's another thing I'm looking at. High returns, how fast he's actually investing his money, not going and buying an expensive car with the money he's generating, but actually pumping back in the business, pumping back into technology. The business model itself is replicable. The margins are high, the profit is high, the rate of growth is high. Those are the things as an investor I'd love to see. If I'm a competitor, what would I like to see? I'd like to see, as a competitor, you're new guy in the market. I'd like to see that you're creating ideas, you're creating new market where actually I can go and acquire some customers as well, or I can actually go and do something in this new market. Or I would expect you to fail so that I can actually go and acquire your business and roll it into and acquire your customers and use them. So that's what your competitors would want to hear. And customers, what are they going to be
Exactly.
interested in? I've seen a lot of times people are pitching. They say, I've got these features and this feature and that feature and this does this. You press this button. No, customers don't want that. What customers are keen to understand is, are you able to solve the problem at a price or not? That's as simple as that. How much it is. People want to know that it's not going to break the bank. And so they, even within customers, they different groups of customers, and we're not getting into persona analysis and all that stuff. Different groups of customers, they actually seek quite different benefits. Somebody might be looking at, oh, it's better, cheaper, faster. Yes, that's somebody might just say, no, I just want it to be more reliable. And I'm sure you would have seen a lot of comparisons of iPhone being manufactured in one country versus another country, and the quality associated with, or the same product manufactured in Japan versus another country. There's
Exactly.
association people give to what country the product has been manufactured in. So there's a reliability thing. Then there is esteem. Gucci, Patek Philippe watch, Rolex, Louis Vuitton bags. That's, I've got this. People will just try and sit like this just to make sure that you. But again, let's not go into that mindset paradox of people who want to show off, or people who are really rich, they don't need to show off. Then we're looking at people want to feel charitable, so they'll go for organizations like Oxfam charity. Our company gives 1% of the proceeds to Oxfam, because that's, you want to be seen as the person who feels charitable. Or then you're buying a bed, comfortable, or you can actually turn the hardness and softness, or even quality aspects. Medical company, we've got ISO certifications, we got 13485 certification, we got CE certificate. So that's what customers are looking for now.
Exactly.
But the
Yeah.
most important thing is you have to pitch as a founder, you have to pitch to your co-founder, your family members as well. So I'm coming to that. So if you're pitching to your co-founder, what are you gonna say? You've been in that those shoes. You're gonna say, "Hey, I'm building this company. It's fantastic. You're gonna make money. You're gonna do this. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great ride. Come and join me. It's gonna be financially rewarding, and we're gonna change the society." Zoho, for example, the guy who's the founder of Zoho has changed his entire town. So you have to really see what you're bringing to co-founder and other people, or people who are gonna work in the company. What are you bringing? And then the message is, if you're telling your family members, what's your purpose, what's your passion, what energizes you. So your parents, your family, your mom and dad are only going to measure your energy level, and that's really important. They can't see inside it. If the domain is different, they can't see. They will see, my son or my daughter is really feeling happy and excited. Oh, he's got all these people coming and meeting him. He gets calls all the day from all these important people on the planet, and he's very well known. His name is in the newspaper. That's what they'll care about. So what you have to really see is, you know how does that energy transfer is working between what you're doing and them. So this is about your
Yeah, I think it's a very good advice for like young startup founders for me, because as my parents are basically business, they can't really understand the startup culture. They're saying, "Well, don't join the family business. Why are you wasting your life?" So they don't understand what exactly startup culture is, what exactly the tech culture is.
yeah. And I think the way, and I'm sure you would be able to relate to it, that when you had the successful company and when you exited, so they would have actually seen in your eyes how happy you are, how energized
Exactly.
you are, how respectable people are to you, what you're doing.
Yeah.